Yo, it's cracking, guys. Today I'm gonna be smoking some fucking weed while I tell you guys like my weed journey or my weed story, like how I got into smoking weed. And off the bat, I just want to tell you guys that I literally like barely smoke now, so like I don't know if I can take another hit, but I'm trying to do like a smoke weed and like talk type of thing, but I don't know if I can keep up. Oh, and before I get into the video, I made an Instagram. So I made an Instagram, and yeah, so if you want to see more of me, please fucking follow me. I only have like 8 followers or something like that. I don't know. And I already posted like 3 pictures. And I'll probably post another one by the time I upload this. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty active on there. So you can DM me if you have any questions or if you just literally want to talk to me. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys like me painting. I literally just painted this, so yeah, I'm gonna show it throughout the video. I started smoking when I was like 14 or 15, whatever age you are when like you're in 7th grade, because my older siblings would smoke. And yeah, that's when I kind of started smoking and shit. And I wasn't like a heavy smoker or anything like that. I remember when I first started smoking, I like was scared and shit. Like I would get really fucking paranoid, and it wouldn't be a fun time. But then like I slowly like started smoking more and more, as it, that's how it kind of always starts for everybody. And yeah, I started smoking more. And in high school, my older brother's friend would like make edibles and shit. So my sister, my brother, and I would all like sell edibles to our, classmates and stuff like that, to our friends. And I would ditch school a lot, like freshman year, like a lot. Like I didn't go to school more than I went to school. Like it was fucking crazy. And I would like take edibles, and then I'd only go into school if I was like planning to sell somebody edibles. And of course, as time went on, I started selling weed. And I even had like people selling weed for me, and so did my brother, and so did my sister. So we had like a fucking weed operation going on. It was fucking crazy. And we were making really good money because we got it for a really good deal. And of course, it's not great forever. So one day I fucked up, and I had a lot of weed on me. And the campus police guy, or whatever they call them, campus security, maybe, yeah, it was the fucking police. He fucking tackled me, and he handcuffed me, and he arrested me, and he even read me my rights and all that shit, threw me on a golf cart. And yeah, I fucking got expelled. And it wasn't like all for that one time of like having weed. They knew, the principal knew, like the counselors knew, everybody at the whole school knew that, I was selling weed, and so were my siblings. But they just happened to like build a case on me so much that like they were able to like arrest me. It was some crazy shit. I was so sad about it. I actually got like really depressed after I got expelled, because when I got expelled, I didn't really go to school for like 2 months or something like that. And my friends stopped talking to me just because like I never seen them and stuff, and I didn't really have a phone. And I just like had nothing going on, and I was just really sad about the whole deal, which I think I am going to take another hit. Wow, I'm literally already too high. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, so after I, was out of school for like 2 or 3 months or whatever, in like the period of like they were trying to figure out where I would go, I ended up going to a continuation school. And I don't really know the definition of a continuation school, but it almost was like a prison. Like there was like 3 or 4 police on duty. Like we couldn't leave. and it was really locked down, and there was probably like 30 people who went to the school. Like, it was some weird ass shit. I had to take hella buses and shit to get there. Like, it was a whole fucking thing. And after I kind of, got in the groove of it. And by the way, at this time, I began to be on like probation. So I had to see my PO officer like every month, and I had to take a drug test because I couldn't have weed in my system. I couldn't have any drugs in my system. And I was also seeing a like drug counselor. It was specifically like for drugs. And it was like a private session. And also there was like a group setting. Like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. All for just having some weed. And I didn't even have that much weed on me. I probably had like maybe 5 grams, but the thing was they were all in little tiny packaging, and yeah. But it wasn't like a felony or anything. It was like, they said if I am on probation for an entire year and I do like X amount of community service, and I go to the school and, I get good grades, then I will have it off my record. Eventually, I kind of, learned the system and how the school runs, and I began to sell weed again. I know, I'm fucking stupid, and I don't know why I did it, but it was me and my sister's like operation or whatever, our little weed business. What we would do is we would buy really cheap ass shake, and then we would roll it up, and we would sell joints. So it was only $1 a joint. So because everybody at the school was like kind of like, not, they didn't have money like that, and all they had was $1. So I was like, I'm gonna make joints that are affordable for everybody. It was, yeah, I know, so funny. And people would fucking buy them. Like, I was like the king of the weed, and it was hella stupid though, because randomly I had like this best friend, and he fucking stole all my weed, because every day before school I would hide it in a tree, and then like after school I would sell it, and I would get like, I would get like pretty much the amount of people who want to buy and how much they want to buy, and then I'll go in a tree and go give it to them after school. So I never brought it on the property because like that's fucking too risky. At this time though, as I was selling weed and shit, I was actually doing really good. This isn't like a fucking school story, but like just to combine it all in so you guys know what was happening. I actually started to go to college, and I also was going to a trade school at the same time. So this is sophomore year. So it was sophomore year, and it went into junior year. And at this time, I was still smoking pretty like heavy. Like, this is probably the heaviest smoking I've done at that time. And after I graduated, I actually graduated a whole year and a half early. And what happened was though, I passed the whole like probation shit, and I graduated from my drug counseling shit, and yeah, that shit got off my record. Everything was Gucci. And when I was, graduated and shit, I started smoking like normally. And so yeah, I was like 17 or 16 or some shit like that. And I, continued to go to college and shit, and I was still smoking, like a pretty good amount, like a normal amount, I don't know. But when I turned 19, and I moved, I had to quit smoking weed. Since I was smoking so much weed in high school and shit, and now I'm like, whatever, 19. At that point, I actually needed a lot of weed to smoke, and I needed to like, not needed, but, I wanted to smoke like a lot, like pretty often, like maybe like, a joint a week, like that type of thing, When I needed a job, when I moved, to Georgia, I was struggling because I couldn't fucking quit smoking for like 6 months. Like, it took me fucking forever. I don't know what was up with me. Like, weed is not that amazing to fucking smoke so much that you cannot get a job. Something clicked in my head, and I was like, I'm not fucking about to, want to smoke weed so much that like I can't get a job. So I ended up quitting completely. I don't even know what happened in my life that made me like say I need to fucking quit. It was probably from failing drug tests at fucking jobs and shit. I quit smoking weed, and after I got a job, I did start smoking again, but it was so little. Like, it was fucking insane. Like, my tolerance was completely gone. And at this time, I would smoke like, like maybe a hit a month, a hit, every 3 weeks, something like that. And this was 4 years ago. And ever since then, I've been smoking like that much. Like, it kind of added a little bit more. I've been writing down every single day how much weed I smoke, how many hits I take. And on average, I would say I take maybe, like a hit a day. But really, on my days I work at Amazon, which is 4 days a week, I don't really smoke, but every now and then I do. Maybe 1 out of 4, I will take one hit or something like that. Anyways, I definitely like my tolerance is like crazy because I bought like an eighth, or I forgot how much it was, but last year an eighth lasted me the entire year. And right now, like, I bought weed 3 months ago and I haven't even like cracked the whole thing. Like, it's so amazing because it saves hella money and shit. And yeah, it's just awesome. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of times I like go to smoke and like I literally could like take too big of a hit and like just be dead off that. But it's like okay, because I just say I'm not gonna fucking smoke again tonight, or I'm not gonna smoke for the next few days because that shit was too bad. Yeah, that was a lot. I am like pretty high. But yeah, that was my whole fucking weed story. Pretty funny that I was like kind of lightweight addicted to it when I was, 18, 17, and a little bit of 19. And I fucking literally got arrested for it and I was on probation and shit. But I'm so happy that like I got it together and I fucking changed my life when I was like 16, 17, and like, because like who knows how it would be right now. Like, would I fucking have never moved and like never created a job and just like been this like crazy heavy weed smoker? Like, I don't fucking know. But yeah. But yeah, that's it, guys. Remember my Instagram. Follow me and I'll follow you back. Like, let's talk. Let's be cool. I want to get like closer to you guys and like really get to know you. But yeah, my painting turned out pretty fucking good and I'm really happy with it. It looks super dope. Like, I was like, I'm gonna be talking about weed, so I might as well like paint a alien guy smoking some weed. Cause I always see those pictures all the time, like an alien guy smoking weed, and I'm like, I want to make a painting like that. So I was like, fuck it, I am going to, and I did. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Later.